Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news from Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week, 3.4 goes to open PTU. Female characters are getting really close, plus we get the first glimpse at a biome of Microtech. So before we get started, I just want to bring you an update on 3.4. Alpha 3.4 is now on the open PTU to all backers. This means it is still in the test universe, so do expect bugs and issues here and there. But if you want to play it, the option is there for you now. You need to go into your account and copy your account over to the PTU and then download it from there. I'm not expecting a long PTU session. Now it's available to all, so it shouldn't be too long till it goes to the live build where everyone can play it on the live servers. I've not had much time to play it personally, but I hope to bring back my gameplay series over the Christmas break, which is perfect timing considering that this is the last week of official Star Citizen content. So do keep an eye out for that one. So the first question for calling all devs is, will NPCs walk around on board my ship if I hire them, or will they just sit in the turret if that is the role I chose for them? Now they say that each NPC will have their own schedule that they will follow. This will tell them when they are on and off duty, they will need to eat, shower, sleep, and do anything that they need to do. There will be different modes for your ship, like combat mode for example, and when you enter this sort of red alert state, your NPC will then enter this combat schedule and head to their stations and stay there until the sort of red alert mode has been disabled. So this basically means whenever they're eating or sleeping or even in the toilet, as soon as this red alert kicks in, they will stop what they're doing and run to the station that they were hired for. They did say that if you leave them on combat mode, then their morale may start to drop as they may become hungry and they can't really leave the station. A bit like The Sims in a way, but without so much micromanagement, so they will be able to look after themselves. You just need to make sure that they have the ability to. Which I think is quite cool, very fun to know that there's more facets to your AI. It's not just a case of go do this, now do this, and so forth. So I'm looking forward to how that will play out. Anyway, the next question is, what are the plans for ship configuration persistence? So for example, keeping your MFD alignment, your weapon groups, maybe selected countermeasures, or even just your power settings. Now they say that the fundamental systems are there to make it happen, but it just requires each individual feature team to figure out what they need and what they want to prioritize. It also needs a UI method to allow us to do this, maybe in-game somehow. Like I say, the fundamentals are there. Hopefully they'll get that sorted soon, because it would be a very useful thing to have, is maybe having stealth mode or combat mode and being able to just flick a switch and go straight to it. Anyway, final question, will we be able to adjust our seat height in the ship cockpits? Now they said that they would love to give us the height adjustment option ourselves. However, there are a few issues that they need to handle first, like the HUD UI, the cockpit control, stick and throttle with the IK system, plus the animations. They all need to be figured out. Once they do, they will probably let us adjust the seat height. Anyway, that was calling all devs, guys. Let's move on. So on Around the Verse, we saw the white box research and development on city block biomes, like for ArcCore being full city planets. They're using this newer planet tech to create more of a man-made biome, and they're looking to get a better sense of scale, variety, and detail. Being able to see a whole skyline and buildings way off in the distance is what they're looking for. They did say it's better than when we saw it last, and it should look incredible when released, and it is looking pretty interesting at the moment. We also got to see how Lyria is coming along. This is ArcCore's icy moon, but we also, a little further ahead, got to see Microtech. Only one of the biomes, it's kind of a Nordic pine-like forest for this much colder biome. Microtech is the coldest planet in Stanton due to a terraforming accident. It's not completely covered in snow and ice though, which I was expecting it to be. So it's nice to see there is a bit more variety there, and if you are getting sick of the snow and ice, you can just venture off a little further to find a forest. We are beginning to see the potential of the variety of all these biomes as well. There's so much choice there. But I am very much looking forward to seeing more on the way of snow and ice and that sort of thing. They're putting the finishing touches on the new mission giver Wallace Klim as well. I think they said he's a widowed dealer and probably a user as well. But to finish off with on ATV, they took a look at female characters. Now they're currently adapting the existing armor, which is being used on the male characters for the females. They're making sure that there is just as many clothing and armor options for females as there are for males. And we also got to see how they do this. So they blend the shapes into each other, which allows it to be done much quicker than starting it all from scratch. They have been preparing for this for a long time, so it's not a huge task. But as I've said, there will be equal options for both males and females, but both will also have unique options as well. They did say they actually have quite a few bespoke outfits backed up in the pipeline for both females and males, so they will be starting to trickle down now. But armor is going to be gender neutral. They don't want to femalize or sexualize these armor pieces. So on chest pieces, there aren't going to be breast areas for the females. They're going to be very gender neutral. We saw some Hurston management concepts that Jay Lee has been working on for the clothing. This is sort of a very wealthy feel to it. They're trying to blend the 1920s opulence along with sci-fi as well, and I think it looks just phenomenal. I'm sure they're going to be quite pricey in the verse, and whether we can wear them, I'm not sure. I'm sure there'll be a place where we can buy them from, but it's looking like it's coming along very well. Anyway, that was ATV, guys. Let's move on. So also this week, Galactic Guide goes to the Keel system. December's monthly Subflare is finishing off the red and blue armor sets with the chest pieces. And finally, also for subscribers, is the latest portfolio post focused on Greycat Industries. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share the video with all your friends. If you like what I do and want to help me make it better, follow the link below to my Patreon page to learn more.